Good evening. Welcome to Cruising with the Ryans. We're so excited to be able to sit here and talk to our cruise director, Eric. Welcome, Eric. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much. Yes.
We love to talk to people who work for Royal Caribbean because we get not just the inside scoop, but we get a lot of information about how you got your job, why you got your job, and all those kinds of things. So that's what we're going to ask you about this evening. We had a marvelous day today. We had a comedian. We had a farewell show, and it's sad because it's the last day of the cruise. And then we had the parade of flags, 58 was it?
58 different nationalities.
Different
That's
nationalities that work on board the Enchantment of the Seas. And it's just amazing how many of them just do such a fabulous job, just like you do.
Oh, thank
so
you very
we're
much.
really excited to be able to talk to you today.
Thank you.
We met Eric a few months ago when he was on another ship, and he was just getting into this job. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how all that transpired?
Well, so I'm from Mexico. I was born in Mexico City, but I've been raised pretty much all around the world. I actually lived 2 years in Philadelphia.
Oh my goodness.
And yes, and a little bit of time right there in New Jersey. That's where I got the English from.
Yeah.
And I started in the company in Royal Caribbean in 2014. But I started in entertainment back in Cancun, Mexico, back in, when I was 16 years old.
Oh my
So,
gosh,
yes.
what did you do?
You know, like when you go to a resort, you always have the entertainment team that does the activities by
Oh,
the
sure.
pool or by the beach and all that.
Yes.
That was me. That was
That
me
was
back in the
you.
day.
Like,
Yes.
Well,
like
maybe
the
we-
horizontals.
Yeah, we have spent some time in
Mhm.
Cancun
That's what I
at
used to
some
do,
of the
yeah.
resorts. In fact, we stayed a couple times at the Crystal Resort and the Marriott Resort and stuff.
Okay.
And so we know
Yeah.
exactly those are like sort of all-inclusive resorts
Exactly.
where they have entertainment and food and drinks and activities for everybody.
Yes.
So what did you do at these?
Well,
at
that
these
was
places?
just basically entertainment stuff. I used to do the shows in the evening, the pool activities, you know, the water aerobics,
Yeah,
the water
yeah.
volleyball, beach activities as well. And the thing with that is that in Cancun, in the evenings, in the horizon, you can always see the cruise ships passing by,
Yes,
you know?
yes.
And I used to be as this like, you know, like this 16-year-old kid, like at the show looking at the horizon, and I would see the ships, and it would always, you know, like,
Did you want to be on
it
them?
would always
Yeah.
resonate with me, like, I wonder what is the entertainment team doing in those ships, you know?
Oh, so the seed was planted early.
Yeah, definitely. And then eventually, I decided that it was time to take the leap and apply for the job. I applied in 2014, and luckily I got the job as a cruise director staff. So you've met them, Megan, Diana,
Right.
you know, Felix, Edwin, this cruise. And I started as a cruise director staff,
And,
and I did 2 contracts and a half as cruise director staff.
and what ships were you on?
It was my first ship was Adventure of the Seas.
Okay.
I did Adventure of the Seas twice, back to back, 2
From
contracts.
San Juan.
Actually, you are correct. Yes, that's San Juan. You got.
Oh, been there, done that. Were you on with Captain Liz?
Oh, I don't remember. I was.
The lady captain?
No.
Okay.
It was.
We were on with her one time,
Okay.
and we rescued some people, fishermen, who were lost at sea
Was it
between
the one from
Dominica.
Cuba?
They were from Dominica. We were
Okay.
between Dominica and Aruba.
Oh my
And
gosh.
we were on a sea day, so we were like halfway in between those 2 islands. And they spotted these 2 guys waving their arms,
Oh my gosh.
and so Captain Liss stopped the ship and sent a rescue team out to find out who they were. And they were 10 days lost at
Wow.
sea. They ran the little tiny fishing boat, probably about as big as this desk, and ran out of gas. and the current just pulled them away from Dominica, and they thought they'd never get
That's like a
rescued.
miracle right there.
It really was.
Incredible.
The
So she
rescue
took 'em
boat,
aboard.
though, was well armed.
Yeah, the rescue boat. You had to check out who they were.
Yeah, of
you know,
course,
were
yeah,
they
yeah.
were they pirates? Were they
Yeah.
refugees?
I
were
didn't
they,
know they carried AK-47s.
Yeah, well, they were well armed. But the bottom line was the captain rescued these fishermen, brought them aboard the ship, had them checked out by the doctor, called home with them
That's nice.
because their families thought they were
Of
lost
course, yeah, of
forever.
course.
10
10
days.
days?
That's
Oh
a
my
long
gosh.
time. And then she had to do whatever it was to get Aruba to allow her to bring those people in. They didn't have paperwork or passports or anything. So I don't know what she did, but she arranged for them to fly home to Dominica.
Wow, that's
And the saddest part was the one thing that they had was their fishing boat, and they had to leave it. You know,
Oh,
they
no.
couldn't bring it with. And they're not going to bring it aboard the Adventure of the Seas.
Well,
So they had to get another fishing boat, but they were alive
I mean,
and
that's
well and
yes.
healthy and well taken care of, you know, for a day.
Keeping your fishing boat over staying alive.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Uh-huh.
so there's a lot of history with that ship.
Yes.
And
no.
now you're part of that history too, Eric.
Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I started there. Then it was Oasis of the Seas. That's
Yes.
where I got my first promotion towards activities manager.
Okay.
That was 2015. And from there, it was a matter of just like, you know, like I knew I wanted to be cruise director. So I just kept going for it. And now
And
here
now
we are.
here you are.
Yeah.
And congratulations. That's a great
Thank you.
accomplishment. So, all of that being said, what do you think is going to be the next thing that you do?
Right now, enjoy the most out of it, you know? And it's one of the things for, as a cruise director is you need to identify what kind of, you know, like what you bring to the table as a cruise director, you know? Some of us that are from Latin countries, we come with the dancing, we got magicians, we got, you know, like,
Yeah,
we have a
different
background
talents,
in
yeah.
entertainment, right? So for me right now, it's a matter of enjoying as much as I can this part. And as I grow within the company, as the more time I spend, is learning how to adapt also with, like we were talking just before the video, you were like saying the energy, right?
Yeah.
But with age, you need to learn other ways to also entertain people because you
Exactly.
cannot keep it off.
You're
this
not
whole
going to be
time.
jumping around, you know, when you get as old as I am, I'm in my 70s. I jump around a little bit, but not as much as you do.
I did see you guys at the 70s
we
party,
were-
right?
we
You
were
earned your
dancing.
ring. You earned
We were
your ring.
dancing. Yeah, you threw that ring to me, and I was loving it. And that was the week before. And then this week, you tossed it in my direction, and I ducked so that the lady behind me
so
could
nice
get
of
it.
you,
Yeah.
so nice of you.
Because you know.
She's
We
got
don't need a lot
so
of
many
rings.
of
Yeah,
them.
we don't need a lot of rings, but that's so much fun, and that energy. I mean, honestly, I just don't know how you and everybody manage to continue to do that. But you're in great shape because of it.
That's right.
And
That's
being in great shape allows you to do it.
It helps a lot,
So that's
yes.
a big,
Mhm.
big portion of it.
Oh,
I-
you
So
I-
you
mentioned
probably
I-
don't eat pizza every day.
I remember when this young guy that we originally had as our bingo caller.
Yeah. Oh, our bingo caller. Yeah, we had a bingo caller on our first ship. Some guy you might know, Ken Rush.
No.
Yeah.
He was
He's a good friend of
activity
ours.
bingo caller on the Nordic Prince when we were on our first cruise.
He had the energy you had.
Yeah, for sure.
He still does so.
And he still does. We see him, you know, we saw
We
him
see him
on
all the
other
time.
ships, you know,
Oh my
just
gosh.
recently. And he's a lot of fun. We actually interviewed him for our YouTube.
Yeah, he's my boss. Yeah,
He's your boss,
that's
yeah,
my
I know
boss.
that.
He's
You
a
know
great
that.
guy. He really
He's
is.
a great guy, for
We
sure.
love
Awesome.
Ken.
So tell me, how long is your contract for?
Well, our contracts are normally 4 months on board, and we have 4 months on board, 2 months off. However, this particular season, you know, like with all the after pandemic and all of that, I was offered to extend a few times. So I'm currently on my 9-month on board right now.
Oh my goodness.
But I'll be going on vacations on the next 2 weeks. I have 2
Oh.
more cruises, and then it's
And then you
vacation
get to
time.
vacation.
Yes.
Oh, that'll be great. So you go home to Mexico.
Yes, right to Cancun.
And okay, cool. Cancun.
Cancun. We love that place.
That's one
So
of our
that's where I'll
favorite
be.
places to
Mhm.
visit. And how long will you be on vacation?
Well, I just found out that this is gonna be my ship for the next year. So
Oh,
this is
that's
how I'm
great.
permanent on this ship.
Oh,
So
that's
I'll be
wonderful.
coming back April 8th, and I'll be taking the beautiful Enchantment of the Seas to Europe.
All right. So you're going to go to Europe, and how long will the Enchantment be in Europe?
I think it's pretty. I actually haven't seen the itinerary, but
Yeah,
as
I
long
don't
as I think we arrive somewhere around May, and then whole of I do know I do the crossing back.
Okay.
So
yeah,
somewhere
so-
around maybe November,
Yeah,
October,
October,
somewhere
November.
there. Yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah, and you come
when
back
we'll
on
come
the
back.
crossing. That's fun. So you'll get to see. Have you ever been to Europe?
Yes, I've done
Okay.
the exact same run that we're doing before. I used to do it with the Rhapsody.
Okay.
So it's
So
the
you'll
Mediterranean.
get
and all
to
of
see
that
some
fun
of
stuff.
those places. Oh, that's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. That's exciting. Absolutely exciting. Well, this was a monumental cruise. We celebrated Christmas.
Yes.
We had a lot of activities. Your entertainment people are some of the best that I have seen, and we've been on so many different ships. But I gotta tell you, today we watched a little bit of the egg drop contest, and that's always a lot of fun. But this is the first. We started back cruising in August of 2021 after the COVID
Yes.
was over, and they let ships cruise again. And I have not seen that egg drop until today. And I think last week was the first time we saw the Crazy Quest.
Okay.
So things are really back to normal
Yes.
again. Which
Oh,
is
and the flag
wonderful.
ceremony.
And the flags, yeah, the
Yes.
flag ceremony last week and this week, that is wonderful as well.
Yes,
So
many
it's been
things
really
many
great.
things are definitely coming back
Yeah.
to normal. Quest hasn't been back for more than maybe 5 cruises. It's
couple
like
cruises,
it's
yeah.
yes, it's so we're really happy to see, and our crowds are also coming back. You know, it means
Oh, yeah.
everything to us. So
Of
so yes.
course,
Mhm.
you know when we watch you in the theater and you get out on the stage, and you jump and turn and you have all this energy, but you look out at that audience and I can just tell by the look on your face that you're so energized because there's not very many empty seats in the whole
Yes,
house,
yes.
and that's a wonderful feeling, I'm sure,
It
for
is
somebody
indeed.
that does what you do.
Exactly. As entertainers, everything we do is for you guys to enjoy, right? To be
Sure.
happy.
And we do, for sure.
So
For
when we
sure.
see, when we can see it, when we can feel it, when we can hear it, it just pumps you up so much more. It's
Yeah,
really nice.
that's very exciting. Well, we don't want to take up a whole lot of your time today, but I got to tell you, is there anything you want to talk about or say to the people that watch us? Not that we have that many subscribers, but we're trying to get more. We're always trying to get more subscribers.
Well,
but
I did
what
wanted
would you
to
like
say,
to say?
I would like to say that you know, we meet many experienced cruisers, right? And sometimes you guys already know even more than some of the crew members that are new, right? Like you've been sailing for so long, but you both have been so kind, so nice, so approachable, and every time I've seen you, I've always meet a smile on your face. Either I see you, you've probably seen that 70s party more than 100 times, and still you are there with the energy, with the positivity. So it's guests like you that really make a difference to us.
Well,
So thank you very
so
much, guys. Thank you.
That's really sweet to hear, and we appreciate that. And we've been having a lot of viewers, but we have something that's not happening, which is everybody is not always hitting that little subscribe button. So
Yeah.
that's what we want to stress. When you hit that subscribe button, you energize us, and you
That's
give
right.
us the desire to get more exciting interviews and do more things and more cruising destinations and everything else. So we really appreciate it when those people hit that subscribe button and subscribe to Cruising with the Ryans. So I really want to thank you, Eric, so much for taking the time today. You must be exhausted. It's like 9:30 at night or something, and you know, heaven knows what kind of day you've had. You were probably up at the crack of dawn, jumping around, doing all these things, and making sure all your people are doing what they're supposed to do. How many people report to you?
On this particular ship, it's over 60. Around 60 people are
60
in our
people.
department.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
a huge amount of people just to keep track of. How do you remember all their names?
Well, when you first arrive to a ship, that's the challenge.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
And then
Name
on
tags
ships,
help, right?
and then on ships, well, you meet someone, and then they're probably at the end of their contract.
Yes,
so
and
you
so
just
then
learn
they
their
get
name, and then the
replaced.
new person comes in, right? But no, I'm so lucky at this time. My team on board, it's just amazing. Like they're all committed. We're all kind of like it feels like we're all pushing towards the same direction,
Of
and
course.
it's really nice. So
And everybody
That's
loves
good.
what they do. You can just
Yeah.
tell. And from my perspective, it's a top-down kind of thing. So when the people at the top appreciate everybody, then everybody is more energized and they love what they do even more so. So I think that that's showing very, very much on the Enchantment of the Seas, and we think that's fabulous. So
Thank you
thank
very
you
much.
again
Thank you,
for your
guys.
time tonight, and we'll look forward to putting this on YouTube in another day or so.
And we'll see you somewhere on the fleet for sure. Till
For
we meet
sure,
again.
Yeah.
Yes.
for sure. Thank you so much.
My
we really
pleasure.
appreciate it, Eric.
Subscribe and like the video.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Bye bye.
Smooth sailing and happy vacations. See you again soon.